Hey, good morning, everybody. I just felt like I needed to come on here and just share a little video with those that might be interested. Um, Yesterday, we had the privilege of celebrating the life of Jennifer's grandfather, her PawPaw, Reid. And what a great testimony he had in the community of being selfless and loved gift giving and all those things. I shared a picture last night of Jennifer and I from the funeral home there at Hayworth Miller. We had taken it after the service, before we went over to fellowship with some family and friends. And later on, we talked about how we can smile through adversity and through the loss of a loved one. It's a piece that I hope you can understand and you feel yourself. If you don't, I want to talk to you about that for a minute. It's a piece that passes all understanding. And I know that's scripture and that's Bible, but until you've lived it and until you've walked the aisles and the hallways of having to tell a loved one goodbye, you don't really know. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a theologian. But I do know what I feel in my heart and in my soul is something that I want each and every one of you to experience and to feel and to know and to trust in what I've trusted in, and that's Jesus Christ. The Bible talks about Jesus being the way, the truth, and the life. No one can get to the Father except through him. Jesus desires our relationship, our companionship, our friendship. He desires a relationship with each and every one of you. As I think about relationship and as I think about companionship, I can't help but go back to the beginning of time, and that's when obviously Adam and Eve, they had just sinned. They had just eaten of the forbidden fruit, and ultimately they were guilty of disobedience but they immediately knew they had done something wrong. So what did they do? They went and hid themselves. So when God came walking through the garden that day, God asked, because he would walk with Adam every evening in the garden. He said, "Adam, where are you?" Now, do you not think God knew exactly where Adam was? Of course he did. But he wanted Adam to admit where he was. He said he hid himself because he had sinned. He had disobeyed. And so he was made aware of his condition, his sin condition, and that he needed to cover that sin. So he did it through animal cloths, right, and fig leaves, and he covered himself. And that's what the Old Testament's full of, sacrifices that offered a temporary covering of our sin. But when Jesus came, he offered a new covenant. He did away with the temple and the veil. He rent it, tore it from top to bottom, from him to us. And spiritually, I feel so close to God right now in these days, and as we approach Resurrection Sunday, Easter weekend, I just want to remind you that trusting Christ and having a relationship with Christ is more important than anything else in this life. And you say, "David, I just can't go there. I'm just not sure. I'm confused. I don't know what to trust," because there's so many religions out there, right? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man can come to the Father except through him. So by the disobedience of one, Adam and Eve, many were made sinners. But because of the obedience of one, Jesus Christ, many can be made righteous. And we're only made righteous through Jesus Christ and through his blood and through his atonement and through his covenant. All the other things that we do in this life, yes, that can earn us rewards and crowns and trophies in heaven, but all that's not going to mean anything. We're going to cast those at Jesus' feet, and we're going to live in heaven forever. And I'll get to see our loved ones again. I'll get to see my mom again. I'll get to see my father again. I'll get to see PawPaw, Reid again. That's the hope that I want each and every one of you to experience. If you don't know, that's that hope and that peace. You guys know I'm always full of, positive stuff. I try to be positive, regardless if it's my health journey, or if it's my spiritual journey, or if it's my financial journey, emotional journey, whatever. And right now, my physical journey has been very frustrating for me. I've had a really difficult time to find a new normal since really the last year and a half, ever since my marathon. It has been extremely hard. October of 2023. And yeah, as you guys know, I put my weight back on. I put a lot of weight back on. But I tell you what, if God ever allows me to be in a good place physically, financially, spiritually, and emotionally, just watch out, world. Let's go. I hope he can trust me with that. My desire is just to be a tool and to be used for his honor and his glory, and to point everybody back to him and what he's done for me in my life. I love each and every one of you. If you want to know more, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or someone you know, like, and trust that you believe has a relationship with Christ. As I mentioned, and I've mentioned before, April the 19th, Pinedale Christian Church. Showings at 3 and 6. We will be doing a musical drama with our choir, our drama team. There'll be 2 showings at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. No tickets necessary. Just come, get your cup filled, and bring somebody that you think might could use a relationship with Jesus Christ. And I hope that through this, we all will draw closer in our relationship with Christ. I love you so much, and yeah, let's go for God, and have a great day. I'm sorry it was so long. I hope you'll take the time to. I hope you took the time to listen and to everything in full. See you later. Bye.